Hello and welcome. This is your instructor, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Excel Unit G, which is managing data and using tables. And this begins on page 154, so as you've done in the past, please grab your textbook and let's follow along as I cover the high points of the various pages. Now, the first section, page 154, talks about planning a table. Now, a table is really just a series of columns and rows, and usually going to have labels on one or two sides and then values sort of in the middle. And so this page is really just to kind of help you sort of how to plan and lay out a table. It's pretty helpful, but honestly, you've probably already thought about or are familiar with planning a table, but you can review that here. And then on page 156 is creating and formatting a table, and Excel allows you to not only just type things in columns and rows, but once you do that, you can format them in such a way that allows you to make them actually look like a table that maybe you even created in Microsoft Word. And it's very, very helpful to make your data look very nice and presentable, and that's discussed again on page 156 and 157. Page 158 talks about adding table data, and typically the way you're going to add data is, typing it in, but there are other ways that you can do it as well as, including importing it. But page 158 talks mostly about just typing the items in, typing in the first column, and then press enter or use the arrow key, typing in the next column, and so on, using the arrow keys or the enter key. Find and replace table data is talked about on page 160, and this really is just what it sounds like. Maybe you have something you need to find, a phrase, a word, a value, and you want to replace it with something else. The find and replace function allows you to do that and use that pretty quickly, so it's really, really nice. Page 162 is talking about deleting table data, and there's different ways that you can do it. One of the options that it talks about here in this section is called the Remove Duplicates button, which I have to tell you, it is an amazing tool and probably underrated, and for most people they don't even know it exists. But if you have a lot of data and maybe you only want to pull out the unique ones, like unique names, maybe you have a bunch of student names or friend names or employee names, and you only want to pull out the ones that are unique, you don't want duplicates, then you can highlight that column and you can use the Remove Duplicates button, and it'll actually get rid of all of the duplicates and just leaving one set, which is really, really nice. I highly recommend it. And again, I think it's kind of an underrated option most people are not familiar with. Page 164 talks about sorting table data, and being able to filter and sort the data is quite helpful. If you want to be able to sort in ascending or descending order, you want to sort by last name, by first name, maybe by some value, maybe you have annual or gross salary you want to do. Understanding the different types of filters and the different types of sorts available will really help you to manipulate your data in such a way that you can display it easily and more user-friendly to the folks looking at your items. And then page 166 talks about using formulas. That's pretty straightforward with the other types of formulas that you've entered in the past. I'll let you go ahead and use those review those as well. And then on page 168 it talks about printing a table, and that's where you'll want to do some selecting to make sure your print preview matches what's actually going to be printed out in this case. Okay, that is a quick look at Excel Unit G. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you and have a great day.